Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network, as well as our own channel, Broncos Buzz on YouTube. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, his comments, my comments, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. Hey, I hope everybody out there's doing great. It's the first day of summer. I love it. I love the warmth. I really do. I love summertime. I was born in July, so that's obviously why I love summer. Although my wife was born in August, and she's not a big fan of summer. But hey, you know, can't have it both ways, I guess sometimes. Anyway, Spence, whoa, buddy, what happened to your background?
They wouldn't let me take the apparatus with me. So as soon as I came back here to California, got to go back to the normal background. Although I want to say a big thank you to everybody at Shelter Distilling, Jason, Sierra, Laura. Thank you guys so much for being great hosts. I'll tell you guys again, if you get a chance to go there, go on their Taco Tuesday night. I actually did it. The fish tacos, the carne asada tacos, the Philly steak tacos were wonderful.
Dang, dude, you got treated like a royal king, man.
No, hey, great people there, great environment, friendly people, and we just kept going back because they were so wonderful to myself and my family. I had a great time. The beers, oh my God. I can't do more than one. They taste so good, but they're so filling.
Did you bring any home?
I brought a few home
quietly. Hey, no, seriously, from the bottom of our heart, guys, thank you so very, very much for letting us invade your space and broadcast last week. Thank you so very, very much for your generosity, hospitality, and all that. And Spence, I know you had a fantastic time. That leads me into the next question for you. How was your Father's Day, man? I must have been great. You're spending it with your dad. Your son got to spend it with you and his grandfather. That's great.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do on Father's Day. Have 3 generations all together. Had a great time. Enjoyed it. My dad was so happy to see me. Sad when I made the 11 hour and 45-minute trek back home from Colorado. Still the most amazing drive, folks. If you ever get a chance, take the I-70 over the Rocky Mountains, over Utah, some of the most amazing terrain, great driving, not going to have much cellular coverage, which is great. You just listen to your satellite radio, but the beauty, my son did it for the first time at age 8. Age 10. Sorry, Aiden. Age 10. He loved it. He really enjoyed it. But he did say, I gotta be honest, he said, Dad, next time let's fly. I'm like, okay. So
cool.
I'm the driving type, you know, just get into the car and be like, wow.
That's me. That's me too, man. That's me too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love to fly back when it was a lot safer and less crowded and all that. I wanted to be a pilot when I was in junior high. Well, actually, I wanted to be one long earlier, but I started doing the prep work and stuff. I wanted to be a pilot. Then the people were coming out of Vietnam, and they already had their pilot's license and all that kind of stuff for war. And so they just went right into the commercial side of it. And then I thought, well, I'll be an air traffic control operator, and that didn't pan out either. So anyways, Jack, what is up? He says, at Bill and Spence, cheers. Thanks, dude. Really do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Rudy says, oh, boy. I knew not to bring this up. Hi there, infidels, Las Vegas, Nevada, hot as a fire truck. Fire truck.
Rudy, when I went through Las Vegas on Wednesday, it was 111 going on I-15. And I got to be honest, Rudy, I'll share the video with Bill, who could share it with you. I think I did share the video with you, Bill, when I was driving through Vegas.
And you showed me the Raider Stadium?
The Raider Stadium, what I did.
Yeah.
Raider Stadium, I went, Boo Raiders. Yay gambling. Boo Raiders. Yay.
I didn't hear that. I got to hear that. I got to go back and watch it.
I'll resend that. But
yeah.
But Rudy, yeah, it was hot.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, Vegas is a hot place, man. But well, more ways than one, I guess. I'll just leave it at that. Big E Bronco, what is up, dude? Haven't seen you in a long time, man. Thanks for chiming in. Really do appreciate it. What's up? I said, what's up with you, man? Just having a good old time
Bronco
here.
E
First day of summer.
Big E Bronco. Good.
First day of summer, man. Hot isn't the word for it. Okay. How about a furnace?
How about en fuego?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Let's get into the main topic. Main topic of the show is not going to sit well with some Bronco fans.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. The Denver Broncos 2024 fifth round draft pick, Audric Estime, could be on his way out. What?
Mm-hmm.
Last year's draft pick? On his way out? How come?
Yep.
Well, wait a minute. We'll get to that. Denver signed J.K. Dobbins and drafted R.J. Harvey. Well, there's the reason right there. He doesn't have two initials in front of his name. I mean, if you have two initials, you're sticking around. I mean, I'm just saying.
Good analogy. Good analogy.
I mean, his mom maybe should have thought of that, you know? I mean, okay. Isn't it TJ Higgins as well? Isn't there a TJ Higgins? See what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Let's get more serious. Dobbins and Harvey are expected to be Denver's number 1 and number 2 punch. Jaleel McLaughlin is also expected to be the third back.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves Estime on the outside looking in. Is that really, do you think they'll put him on the practice squad? Do you think they'll let him go outright on last year's second round pick? Or did something else happen because he didn't play in the Kansas City game last year at the end of the season?
And this was one of the positions that I wanted the Broncos to, I wouldn't say upgrade, but enhance, which they went out and they did. And when you had that topic, they brought in Dobbins a few weeks ago. And I said, it's for competition. It's to possibly spark the situation that may be put in front of Estime here. He was a good running back last year, but we need more. We needed better production. Bring in competition. Maybe that would bring the best out of him. So far from the indications I'm seeing out of mini camp and training camp, it's not happening. So there may be a situation where they release him and give him a chance to flourish with some other team, or put him on the practice squad and maybe see if he wants to learn and wants to be a part of the culture. But this was a position that the Broncos had to upgrade. Estime did perform well, but is he performing well enough to excel in Sean Payton's ever-expanding system? I leave it up to the hands of Sean Payton. He knows best. Wish well for the kid, but is being on the Broncos right now the best direction for his career and for the way the team is excelling, and all the potential is going up and up.
Okay, real quick before I comment on that, we got to get to this. This is cool. Jack Canna says, check out the Raiders Family Shield show at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Jack, where can we find that? Because he follows up by saying there might be some of the MHRT network guys popping on the show.
Now, wait a minute.
That means.
Is that tonight?
I don't know.
Because if that's tonight, you're conflicting with our show, Jack. Come on. Jack, push them back to 7 p.m. All right, come on.
But that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, man. That's cool.
All right, here I'll get Darren in. Darren, drinking beers, talking Broncos doesn't get much better. Happy Friday, fellows. Happy
Thank you so
Friday
much,
to
man.
you too,
Thank you
Darren.
so much, man. Really do appreciate it, Darren. Biggie Bronco says running back on Notre Dame they drafted last year had a fumbling problem. That's Estime.
That's
okay.
Estime.
So was that the reason why he didn't play against a meaningless game for the Kansas City Chiefs last year when the Broncos beat them last game of the season?
No, I think they wanted to give opportunity to other people because running back was a little weak compared to all the other positions. And this is one thing they addressed in the offseason to upgrade that position. So they got a free agent, they got a veteran, they got a new rookie. And as I had said before, this is now competition for Estime. This is put up or shut up time. And so far, like I said, word coming out of Denver camp is he's not putting up the numbers or putting up the effort that needs to be to keep him at 1 or 2. So is there a new direction he needs to go? And sometimes in life, you come to the show, you may need to be hit down. You may need to get off that pedestal to learn how to become a professional. So if he's not making it and cutting it right now with the Broncos, he may have to go through a situation where he learns what it is to be cut and remotivate himself to become a better running back. I wish the best for him. And thank you for what he did. But
I agree. Jack, I kind of don't know where you're coming from on this one. Estime is one of my favorites. I'd love to see Denver cut him. Do you mean that you want him to go to the Raiders, or you got a little bit of Denver love in you? I'm just saying.
No, I think he wants him on the Raiders.
That's what I'm thinking too.
But then Jack, tonight, sorry fellas, Jack, will you go renegotiate with those boys and push them to 7 p.m.? Come on. You're interfering with our buzz right now.
Hey, wait a minute. I just saw something. Maybe they could jump into our show and we'd be live all over, everywhere.
Ooh. So we do the first hour with just you and I, and then we have a blended show for the second hour.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Jack, come on. We'll get you a 24-pack of KONAs. Let's work it. And with that, Paul Schaefer. How you doing?
Finally caught another show. Thank you so much, Paul. Really do appreciate it. Love your organ work too, by the way, on the
Now wait a minute. Rudy, really call Walmart and charge a 24-pack to Bill's phone. Bill gets calls all the time from me. Charge the 24-pack of your favorite beer. It will get sent over on Bill.
Look at that. He said he wishes he knew how to link the shows. That's cool. Cool.
Then work on it.
Yeah, we got to talk.
Let's get it done. Come on, Jack.
That would be sweet, man. That would be sweet.
Wait a minute. Rudy, what?
We don't kiss anything.
Yeah.
Like that. Anyways, moving on.
I only kiss one bootay, and it's on this finger. All right.
I ain't seen no booty on this finger. Oh, that's a ring. Oh, never mind. I know where you're going. Oof.
Kiss the ring. Always kiss the ring.
Okay, now we need to move on.
Yes.
Mundugget's not even in the show, and we're going down the porcelain fixture. All right.
No. Don't say the evil word. Don't say the bad words.
What bad words? Porcelain fixture?
Don't ask him to come in.
Oh, that one. Sorry. Okay. Moving on. The Denver Broncos have signed running back J.K. Dobbins, like I mentioned before, with Audric Estime, to a 1-year contract. To make room for Dobbins, Denver released long snapper Zach Trinier. Trinier spent 6 seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers where he won a Super Bowl. Back in April, Trinier signed a non-guaranteed 1-year, $1.17 million. So if it's not guaranteed, he didn't get paid a cent this time in camp. Wow.
You know what? Unfortunately, welcome to the business aspect of professional football. When you sign those non-guaranteed contracts, you're, as a player,
You're cutting your own throat, it sounds like to me.
It's a risk. It's a double-edged risk. The organization takes a risk, doesn't have as much liability, because if you don't make the team, it's not a guaranteed contract. You take all the risk by saying, okay, I agree to this, but I better get my ass into professional shape and and make the team. I think this is a casualty of the cap, and I feel bad, but it's not a top skill position per se right now.
Well, wait a minute. You were on the show with okay, he's gonna kill me if I can't remember. Mario Vitanzi. You were on the show, and Mario said he wants his son, if he's gonna play football, to be long snapper, because they hardly ever get hurt. And if you're really good at your job, you only got one thing to do. So why would you say that it's okay? I mean, for him,
this is the risk. This is the business risk that you have to put up with. I guess the best way to say it is, there was probably someone else who was a long snapper who was of much better value, who was making the league minimum, that they could go with, instead of having to pay for more with this guy.
See you, Biggie. Have a good night. Go ahead.
And they could bring on another asset at a different position. It's all money related. It's probably nothing to do with the quality. They were probably two good long snappers, but who was the monetary better value for the team?
Well, yeah,
a $1.1 million contract or a league minimum?
Yeah. No, I get it. Jack says on there, MHRT host that wears, who is a wrestling mask? Think he is a host that is coming on. That's fine. It's okay. I didn't know if it was something that just I would throw out there that we could,
No habla español. Even though I've tried to talk to him.
That's true. It is difficult, but it's okay. Thanks, Jack, anyways, for chiming in. All right. We have two Sanders back to back. This one is scary, guys. Well, they're both scary in different ways. This one is scary from the standpoint that you would not think that the person I'm about ready to reveal had any kind of issue like this. Athletic, built, weightlifting, watching your body, watching what you do, everything about it does not equate to what I'm going to read. Here we go. Barry Sanders, former Detroit Lions superstar running back, revealed in an interview with CBS Sports that last Father's Day, not last Sunday, a year ago, 2024. Last Father's Day, 2024, that he suffered a heart attack on a recruiting visit for his son. Now, hold on before I go any further. He's in great shape. He was an athlete, took care of his body. You have to if you're going to play at that level that he did. Was it because it was too much workout on his body? I don't know. But I'm just saying, you would not think that. You would think of somebody maybe heavily overweight, sitting on their butt all day long. I mean, I'm just saying, that's not this guy. Let me continue. It's very interesting. Sanders said, and I quote, "I couldn't believe it. I thought it was like heartburn or something, but it just kind of persisted," end quote. Sanders' experience, and this is really important, I don't know when it's coming out, but Sanders' experience will be in a documentary, as will the stories of other heart attack and stroke survivors. He is turning this incident that could have taken his life into helping others and warning signs or this or that, or don't put this off or don't put that. Reason why I brought this in is because we saw what happened to the Buffalo Bill guy. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry. Buffalo Bill's Hamlin, who got hit in the chest. and that was extremely serious. So I'm just wondering, is there a connection with overworking your body, or what's the deal? I don't know. What do you think?
Okay, so Barry Sanders, I am 56. Barry Sanders is 56. He is 28 days older than me. So then you can
Wow.
figure out my birthday from there. I will tell you this, back in November, October, I had not a heart attack, but I had a situation where my blood pressure was elevated.
Wow.
I was not on any medication. It just started coming on at the onset. So I'm on 2 blood pressure medications right now that I have to take every day. This is life. You know, some people, I play a lot of beach volleyball. I exercise as much as I can. I've got a 10-year-old son who's 5'4", is one day soon. I'm going to go, you're grounded. Yeah, right, Dad.
Uh-huh.
You know, I got to stay in shape. This is the transition from that life where you're the athlete, you're exercising all the time, you're gung-ho, you're doing all this, to the life where you're like, I got to take care of my body. I got to realize that I have to do medications. I have to do things that will prolong my life for at least another 30, 40, 50 years. Barry Sanders has kids who are athletic, who are gifted, who want to be professional athletes in their own way, shape, and form. And he's probably been exercising like crazy. And you get to your mid-50s, or in your case, 60s, and the body can't keep up. And there's a message that is sent out to you, hopefully in a polite way, like it was for me. For Barry, it was probably a more type of message. You can't do this too much anymore.
So basically what you're saying is that athletes, because I don't know, I mean, I've never been a professional athlete, but I'm just saying, you know, I mean, if you've done it all your life, like let's take a Barry Sanders and say, okay, he started in Pop Warner, and then he moved up, got in the NFL and Hall of Fame, a whole bit. Do you think that regiment of training ever goes away, or do you think, even like you said, in their latter years they try and continue that, and maybe that's the downfall?
They try to continue that. They try to keep up with it. I'll put me as an example. Like I said, playing beach volleyball, trying to exercise, trying to stay in shape, trying to teach my son. You try to keep up and keep up. I played beach volleyball last night with 20-year-olds who are spiking the ball as hard as they can at me. And there comes a point where it's just like the ball's whizzing by your head and you haven't reacted yet. And it's like, okay, I think I've hit the end of that career. But at the same time, you want to keep going. You want to show your kids that you have the ability. You want to teach them. You want to keep going. But Father Time is going to win every single situation. So right now with volleyball, I don't play as much with the 20 and 30-year-olds primarily. I play with a group who is more my age, with a few 20 and 30-year-olds who Charlie.
More ping pong, Bink.
Oh no.
Bink.
There was
really?
My buddy Charlie, I'm not going to say his last name. He's early 30s, pounded a ball as hard as he could at me last night. I stuck my arm and dug it, and he was just yelling. He's like, "What are you doing?" Of course, we got the point, and then I was just like, "I'm digging the ball."
Yeah.
There's a transition that you, me, friends, everybody's going to go through, especially when you're an athlete. When I was in my teens, I played a ton of basketball. I tried out for the Loyola Marymount team. I made the number 15, but then got cut because I had injured my ankle. You have that athletic, and you want to keep going. You play athletics, and you go and go and go. And you're going to hit that plateau, and then you're going to start going down, 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 down. Then there's going to be that sharp down, that situation where it's like, you can't keep up with these guys anymore. And that's probably the situation that happened with Barry Sanders, is he can't keep up with the younger generation, and his body send out a message. I'm happy for him that wasn't something more severe or significant, because we have seen athletes who are too young pass away because their body can't keep up.
Yeah, DT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole different thing. Anna, do we really need to bring that Barry Sanders genetics and too much bacon? Well, hey, ain't nothing. Bacon goes with everything.
I have a shirt. You know what? I will wear it next week.
What's that?
I had too much bacon, which was said by nobody.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
bacon is
amazing. I had bacon today at work, man. Like,
amen. That's probably my hunt. That Anna, I'll cook more bacon for you. I promise.
I know who it was. I didn't say the last name, but I knew who it was.
By the way, gotta show this out. Chewy! What's up,
fellas? Nice to see you, Chewy. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. All right. Now, the other Sanders just happens to be this week's Jackass of the Week.
You suck, you jackass.
And why is that? Hang on a second.
Oh, yeah.
He's a rookie they felt was going to be drafted in the very first round, if not the very first pick. He fell to the 5th round after the Cleveland Browns passed on him 2 of the rounds prior. They finally took him.
You know what?
Let me get it. Cleveland Browns rookie drafted quarterback Shedeur Sanders was pulled over for speeding in excess of 100 miles per hour. This occurred last Tuesday, 3 days ago, guys. Yeah, 3 days ago. Last Tuesday at 12:24 a.m. Does he think the cops don't work 24 hours a day, or what's the deal? They think they're off at midnight and they don't come back on at 6 until 6? And you got free reign for 6 hours? Hang on.
Oh, it gets better.
Okay, let me get back up. At 12:24 a.m. in Strongville, a suburb of Cleveland, was clocked at 101 mile per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. People are like, 60? Well, that's freeway. Why can't I go? You can't go 101 on a freeway. Well, you can. Obviously, he did, but you're not supposed to. It endangers yourself. It endangers others. And the freeways, in case people don't know, correct me, anybody out there that are construction people, they're not designed for that type of speed and that type of grip on the road with your tires. They're not made that way. This is not the Indianapolis 500, guys, okay? You may think you are. And just because your name ends with the name Sanders doesn't mean you're free to do whatever you want, okay? Hang on. This is interesting. Sanders was cited but not arrested. Okay, fine. Wait a minute. Not fine, but okay. However, 2 weeks before that ticket, Sanders was pulled over in Brunswick Hills Township doing 91 in a 65. Well, people say, well, that wasn't nearly as bad because the other one's 101 and 60 and this is 91. Doesn't matter. But it's interesting as to what he said that brings all this to light. Listen to this.
Say it.
Sanders said, and I quote, "I've made some wrong choices." You think? You think? But he follows up by saying, and I'm still quoting, "I can own up to it because I learned from them." No, you don't.
No, you have not.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't learn from it, obviously, because you didn't learn from the first one, which was a lot worse speed differential than the second, or excuse me, the second one was a lot more different speed differential than the first one, because 2 weeks earlier it was 91 in a 65. The second one was 101 in 60. So you haven't learned a freaking thing. Spence, in my opinion, this kid is a cancer before he ever gets on foot on the NFL field.
Thank you. No, and you want to know something? Cleveland, cut him now. Take your loss. I have told this story. I read this story about Sanders where a team that was never mentioned interviewed him, tell him, we're going to run this play, SB40, XY out, something else. Went through and explained everything. 5 minutes later, said, okay, Sanders, what's the name of the play? And he goes, I don't know. You want to know something? Cut this kid. There is a reason he was a 5th round pick. If Cleveland keeps him on, this is another quarter. Cleveland is desperate to get a good quarterback. Look at what they did with Hopkins. No,
Hodgkins. Who you talking about? Wide receiver?
No, the other quarterback who committed rape and all that other stuff.
Wow.
Forget about it.
It.
But Cleveland is so desperate to have a
Watson?
quarterback. Watson, yes. So desperate to get a quarterback that they went after this guy. Get rid of him now. He is, as Bill has said, a cancer. He is horrible for the culture. If Cleveland keeps him on, I'm telling you right now, whatever the over-under in wins is, I'm betting the under because the team is not going to succeed. There is no position for this guy. And as long as, I'm Sanders' kid. No, you're not. You're a position player. You are an individual that fits a need, and the need is not for you to be on this team. He should be out of the league right now. Everybody in the chat knows nothing good ever happens after midnight.
That's right.
Very rare occasions, but nothing good ever happens after midnight. Oh, I've learned from this? No, you have not. You probably were. Now, there are reports.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you this. There are reports that he did this multiple times in Boulder, and the police let him go because he was Sanders' kid. There are multiple reports about this stuff that he got away with because he was the Buffalo's starting quarterback. You're in the NFL now. You're done.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. In college, you may be able to hide behind your mother's skirt, or in this case, your daddy's name.
Oh, geez.
But I mean, we all know that Deion Sanders was a really good player, but he's very arrogant, and obviously that descended to his son, because he's acting the same way. I mean, I wouldn't have doubted. Do you know who I am? I mean, really? The guy hasn't even made it in the NFL yet.
That's this situation. Oh, I'm the Sanders boy. I could do whatever I want. I have talked multiple times on this show. Everybody gets it. Everybody in the chat, Paul, Chewy, Jack Kenna, Raider Shield family, Rudy, you've all experienced this or are going to experience it. You think you have a level of invincibility. You think nothing is going to happen to me. Then you get knocked down by the world. And if you learn, and if you develop and you educate and you start thinking, you change your ways and you learn. Shooter Sanders, no. He's going to think, oh, I'm Deion Sanders' son, so I can do whatever I want to. I've got coverage. You want to know something? You're about to be an unemployed wannabe quarterback. There's a very, very
solid reason why he fell from the graces of the NFL.
Because of what I told you. One team interviewed him, told him what the play was, ran through the play and asked him, okay, what was the play? And he went, oh, I don't know. And that got to every single team. And no one wanted to touch him because of that.
Absolutely. Raider Shield family says, Spence, well said, sir.
Hey, Raider Shield family, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Absolutely.
Well,
I think Raider Shield's the one that's doing the show, or the lead. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Hey, Raider Shield, if you need us to bounce onto your show afterwards, make sure you send us the link.
There you go. Clayton Huron says, hey, guys. I said, hey, what's up? He said, been a minute, been so busy with work. Hey, work gets in the way of fun. I'm sorry, but it does. Work gets in the way of fun. He says, smash that like button and share, guys. Absolutely. By the way, hope each and every one of you out there had a wonderful, wonderful Father's Day last Sunday. I really, really do hope each and every one of you did. Speaking of, Clayton Huron says, happy belated Father's Day as well. There you go. I didn't even read that, Clayton, before I said that. Honestly, I didn't read it. But since you brought up the word happy, I have to say this. My nephew, Bobby, who's usually in the chat, is not in the chat tonight because he and his lovely wife are doing something because his birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Bobby. I forgot your age. I know you're 30-something. I forget. Maybe 37, 38. I forget. Anyways, happy birthday, my nephew. Have a wonderful, wonderful day tomorrow and enjoy it, buddy. Really, really. It's funny. Spence, his birthday is June 21st. My birthday is July 21st. So it was a good connection right there.
You know what? We're all summer babies around here.
When's yours?
August 14th.
My wife's is August 8th.
Oh, I'm just going to tell you this. Our family goes bankrupt in August because of all the birthday celebrations.
When's
everything.
Anna's?
My birthday's August. Anna's birthday's August. My daughter's birthday's August. My parents' anniversary is August. My dad's birthday is August. My cousin Susan's birthday is August. My friend Miguel's birthday is August. I could go on and on. My son has 10 classmates whose birthdays are August. We go bankrupt in August. Need more beer after that one.
Gosh, man. Holy smokes, man. There's 30 days, September, April, June. Yeah, it's 31 days in August. Would you guys fill up about half of them?
Half of them? No, we fill up about 100% of them.
Good gosh, dang. Holy mackerel, man. That's crazy, dude.
Read the chats. I'll be right back.
Wow. Gone solo again, as in way low. Clayton Huron says, what position you most excited about? Our running back room, wide receivers, or our corners and linebackers? Wow, Clayton. I'm excited about all of them. You know why? Because it's a Denver Broncos. But if I'm most excited, because I'm an offensive type of guy, but I also like the defense. What do you think about this one? What position you most excited about? Running back room, wide receiver room, corner. That's too much bacon. Said no one ever. There you go. That's cool. Anyways, wide receivers or cornerback and linebackers. I'll tell you what. I'm excited. Like I said earlier, I'm excited about all the rooms because it's the Broncos. But I love scoring. So I love our wide receiver and running backs, but I also love defense. I don't know. That's a hard one. What am I most excited about? How about just overall wins? I don't care where it goes or who it comes from.
I really want to see this defense, and we've got all these assets that have been put together that are building. I just want to see that we come out game one and have a shutout, and then we build from there. Because the initial big test that I see is going for us week 3, going to the Chargers. Going on the road to play the Chargers has been our nemesis for the past few years. So I want to see how's that defense going to do against a offensive juggernaut. I know the Chargers struggle a little bit here or there, but that on the first part of our schedule in that first month, that Charger game is going to be a big eye-opener for our defense. If we can shut down the Chargers there, boy, look at the rest of our schedule.
Hey, Raider Shield family, really do appreciate what you're saying. I totally agree. He says there will be a personal segment first, then I will get towards bringing you on, meaning our show. Talking smack is okay.
Shish kebab.
personal attacks or not, we never do personal attacks.
No.
We don't even chastise anybody in the chat. We had a person a while back say that I'm going to unsubscribe to you because you guys talk, you guys are stupid, crazy, whatever. I would said, okay, fine. Yeah, that's your prerogative. We will not put anybody down. That's not what we're here for. We are.
Alex, how you doing?
What's up, Alex? What's happening, my friend? Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you. Jack says you might have seen Raider Shield family in the chat on Wild Wild West.
I got to catch up on that show, Jack. I've been busy the past few weeks being in Colorado, taking care of my dad, taking care of my son, taking care of my nephew, and catching up with so many people in Colorado and doing all those beautiful hikes. Oh,
Clayton, you never, ever, ever stop at yanking at my heartstrings, man. It's great way to top off a Friday night. Wow. Speaking of that, he just topped off his class. How's that? Clayton, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, going from which I'm not going to back out of, which I normally back out of when we go to the next segment after a Jackass of the Week. I can't quite do that because I have a 1B. 1A, 1B. Excuse me. Here it is. Here it is. Former Broncos quarterback. Well, we ain't talking about Peyton Manning.
No.
Not a Jackass of the Week. And we're not really talking about John Elway either. Or any of the other quarterbacks. Former Broncos quarterback, that guy, Russell Wilson, is back to his old tricks. Wilson has said about his new team, the New York Giants, and I quote, the team. Offense, defense, special teams. I think our camaraderie has been amazing. End quote. Really? Didn't we hear that in Denver? And everybody's like, oh yeah. I mean, I have to admit, I was on the freaking Wilson train as well. I know you weren't. I was on the Wilson train thinking, okay, this is good. We got, this is gonna be great, right? I was wrong. I admit it. I was wrong, and I had to swallow. Well, never mind. Eat my words. Put it that way. All right.
While that one
by the skin of my teeth. While on the Steelers, Wilson spoke highly of them as well. Then he led the Steelers to 5 straight losses to end the season. Also, did you know this? He chose the same locker he had in Super Bowl 48. And he said, I've had great success. Are you ready for this? I've had great success from this locker spot.
Yeah.
Really? You had one game and you didn't even really do anything. It was the defense that won that game. Wilson, you will never dude, it's all about him.
Well,
I mean, the Seattle knew it and it pulled the wool over the Broncos' eyes, and then we saw it after we got fleeced. And then he goes to Steelers and dang near ruined them.
Yep.
And now he's on the Giants, who are ruined anyways. This is a train wreck over and over and over. And Russell Wilson acts like it's a yacht. It's a yacht cruise. I mean, seriously.
Okay.
I mean, real quick. He tried to get Carroll fired and the general manager in Seattle.
Keep going.
And then he comes to Denver and gets his own locker, his own entourage. Then he goes to Pittsburgh and becomes a starting quarterback and then loses the last 5 games. What do you think is going to happen in New York? Nothing better. Yet he sounds like it's all about him.
Well, of course. I've mentioned on this show, I had a friend who lived down the street from Russell Wilson, went and said hello to him one day. Russell Wilson dropped some F-bombs and everything else. After that, oh yeah, I've said that on the show. So I'm going to give some financial advice to everybody here. The over-under for the number of wins for the New York Giants is 5.5. They will be lucky.
Are you putting money on it?
They will be lucky to get to 3 to 4 wins. Now, the only thing that, huh?
Are you putting money on it?
Yes.
Does Anna know?
Now she does. Sorry, honey. No, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to put the wager on. She's going to be like, okay, when do I get my sushi meal? When do I get my sushi?
I'm sorry, dude.
You want to know something? Hey, you know me. I'm in trouble 24/7. I'm married to a beautiful, amazing, incredible,
she is a cool person.
Latina.
She's cool.
Yeah. So
I like that.
I'm just going to say this. As long as Russell Wilson is the quarterback of the New York Giants, financially, bet against the Giants. Take the under in the total wins. The only thing that could disrupt it is if some rookie quarterback comes in and has an amazing year and starts figuring it out. You know what? This might be an interesting wager. Over under on when Russell Wilson gets released by the Giants.
Under half the season.
I was thinking week 11, week 12.
Okay, so Pat, over half the season. Under.
I mean, oh, Paul, welcome to the family.
Oh, cool. So spicy half the time. Oh yeah. I'm married to a Latina too.
Yeah. So welcome to the spicy. We might have to rename the show one time, the Spicy Network.
Broncos spicy wives. Yeah. Bronco. I don't know. It's just it's cool. Let's see. Let's get to. Clayton has a good one. Clayton Ron says, he's asking us our thoughts on this. Over 4,000 yards for Bo Nix passing, about 600 rushing yards, 10 touchdown TDs, 10-ish picks, over 32 passing touchdowns.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, wait a minute. He said 10 rushing and 10 passing. Okay. I mean 32 passing. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. I like the numbers 4,000. I like 600 rushing yards. I like 10 rushing touchdowns. I don't think I think he stays in single digits for the interceptions. He's learned the ways. Over 32 passing touchdowns. Absolutely. I think everybody's going to be like sophomore slump. No, the playbook is opening. Think about this. Sean Payton had his playbook with all of his potential plays and everything. And I think he said in an interview, he barely used half of the plays. Mm-hmm. Now you're opening the entire playbook. Bo Nix has proven himself to be an intellectually fascinating quarterback who can take on more. Remember the fight that was on field, the screaming and yelling.
You know what caused that fight? Yeah, is he wanted Sean Payton to open the playbook, and Payton said no. He said no. You're not ready. But Bo Nix felt he was ready. Whether he really was or not, we'll never know.
Right.
But he may have felt he's ready. And Sean Payton, being the Sean Payton that he is, he knows. Now, granted, he's never worked with a rookie quarterback before, but he had Drew Brees, who wasn't a rookie, but a different system. So he knew he had to bring him along slowly. And I heard or read that Drew Brees did say that Sean Payton would not open up the full playbook his first year. He held him back. And that's the reason.
Which is good, because what you want to do is you want to see the fight in that quarterback. You want to see the hunger, the starve, the yes, I want more, the craving. All of us in our work life, when you get to that position of success, you want more, you crave more. You want more, not necessarily more power and control, but you want to do more because you want to show how versatile you are. That's the situation here with Bo Nix. He wants more. And this offseason is the best situation for him because now it's opened up the playbook and Bo Nix can now give his input and feedback with more assets being put in, valuable assets being put into the positions of wide receiver, running back, tight end. I know someone had asked earlier, I don't know if that was you, Paul, or Clayton, asked of our opinion. Oh, it was Paul. You know, adding another tight end or inside linebacker, what's going to be more valuable for the team? I think getting a tight end, we've put into ourselves assets that are going to help in the running back position. The other offensive asset we need is a tight end who's going to be valuable, not only for just running accurate routes, but being a blocking, being a distraction, causing and wreaking havoc. That's what we need from the tight end position. Yeah,
absolutely. No, I totally agree. Inside linebacker, you can never go wrong with solid inside linebackers. I mean, you just look down. I mean, Tom Jackson, the years past, inside linebacker. I mean, just was it Bill Romanowski disrupted in 97, 98 Super Bowl. I mean, just you can't go wrong with a good solid. Now that's a middle linebacker. I get it, but inside linebacker, same way. They play off each other and they work really well. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm so excited about this season. I really am. But I'll be honest with you. And if you guys watched the last year shows, I was not really putting a whole lot of eggs in the Broncos winning basket with Bo Nix because he's a rookie. And I was like, and I said to myself, well, we've had rookie 4. I mean, they didn't pan out. What the heck? I mean, and now we got a rookie quarterback with a seasoned veteran head coach, Super Bowl champion head coach that's never worked with a rookie quarterback. That's not going to be good. It was more than good, guys. It was fantastic. It was a winning season. Mm-hmm. It was a playoffs.
Yep.
Now I'm excited for this year because I'm thinking, oh, baby, if we can even come close and even win a couple more games than we did last year with a stronger schedule. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited. I really am excited.
So, Paul, I mean, you're going on a diet tomorrow after you have your buzz tonight.
Perfect.
Oh, good.
Perfect. Paul says middle and inside aren't the same.
No, I would say no. You outside linebacker, you have to have more versatility because you're focused on.
But he's talking about inside linebacker.
No, I would say outside, middle, inside aren't the same. Well, it depends. If you're in a 4-3-4 down lineman,
3-4.
3-4.
Yeah. Then you'll have an inside linebackers, and you'll have outside, and you have a middle.
Right.
No.
So
yeah. No, you'll have one inside, one middle, and 2 outside, or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah.
But inside and middle, yeah, they're the same.
They're kind of similar.
Yeah.
But would you have said Tom Jackson was a middle linebacker or inside linebacker?
Middle linebacker. I think they were.
What would you say Bill Romanowski was? Middle or in? Because he played a lot of. Sometimes he's played off center. He played to the left side or the right side, but he wasn't outside.
Didn't we play both a 4-3 and a 3-4 under his term?
Yes, we did.
That's why I can't.
Right.
Can't answer that question.
Right. So that's a good thought process. It brings in thought. Like, okay, if you're 3-4, then yes, you could have a middle and an inside and 2 out. If you're 4-3, you can't have a middle linebacker. I mean, an inside linebacker, because you got 2 edge ones and a center. That's what Von Miller played. Remember, he played the edge. So yeah, very, very interesting. Okay,
Paul, if you're ordering Popeyes, I'll take a spicy chicken sandwich, please. Bill, what do you need from?
Oh, I want some jalapeno pepperoni, man.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Good. Rudy says, gotta go. Always a pleasure being in the chat. Thank you so much, Rudy, for being here. Really do appreciate it. Have a great evening. I'll probably call you a little later. All right, that's my brother-in-law in Vegas. Okay.
Yeah. Stay cool, Rudy. Actually, it's not as bad. It was only upper 70s, low 80s out here in Santa Clarita. So he's probably in mid-90s.
Yep, probably. Okay, this is not related to the Broncos. It's not even an NFL sports topic. It's a baseball one, but it has possible connections to what could happen to the Broncos or any other franchise. Here we go. The Baltimore Orioles postponed their Monday night game after multiple players were involved in a scary jet ski accident on Sunday night. Orioles spokesperson said, and I quote, "Some of our players were involved in a jet ski accident on Sunday. 2 jet skis collided head on in the crash. Serious injuries," end quote. My point is this. They had a day off and they went out and did this. This could happen. What if the Broncos on their bye week don't have rules or regulations to keep players away? I remember years past of the Broncos ownership under Pat Bowen and head coach Mike Shannon said, "No, you are not doing that. You're not going there. You're not going bungee jumping. Nothing like that could hurt you. I need you here. This is your job. This is your career. You are assigned to us, basically." Not without saying assigned, but you know what I'm saying. Was that on the Baltimore Orioles for allowing that? Or do you think that something like that could possibly happen to any organization, including the Denver Broncos?
So all professional athletes' contracts include clauses that outline the terms and conditions of their employment. Some organizations are a little bit more stricter than others. One of them is the liability that you assume taking actions that are not in compliance with I gotta say this right, not in compliance with the organization's free space and time activities. That is basically the situation we're having here. So what is the Orioles language that they have regarding your free time during a season? Once the off season comes, they cannot mandate the activities that you have to do. So is this an activity that violated those terms and conditions?
Well,
I know
baseball season. So
you're in the middle of baseball season, but also, yes, I know you want to go out and have fun. You want to burn off some steam, give off some energy. Putting yourself in a situation where you're in an aggressive, and who knows, these guys might have been racing. They might have been playing chicken. They might have just been, having fun and something happened, but they put themselves in a predicament that now the organization has to get lawyers involved, contract specialists involved, leadership involved, decisions have to, I
never even thought of that aspect of it. I'm just thinking these guys went out and basically what they did was they put their entire team, in jeopardy, not in jeopardy, but, postponing games. Now they don't have the players that they have. Now they've basically, they were selfish. They were basically selfish.
No, and look, you have your own free time. I have my free time. But when we do things during the week that put us in a situation where we're endangering people's lives or we're having fun, you have to start thinking of, okay, I'll give you an example. This show, I'm doing things during the week to make sure that I am not putting my family or my life or any other situation in volatility, because I want to make sure I'm here for this show. These people, these professional athletes, you're on your day off. You have to realize that there are people with cameras. There are situations you put yourself into. You make one mess up, you're going to be on TMZ. You're going to cause harm, cause damage. Why is it beneficial for you to blow off steam and be a stuntman with jet skis? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
I totally agree. Paul Schaefer says, well, why don't we just keep them all in bubble wrap? Well, you know what? In a way, okay, if you're going to pay an athlete X amount of dollars, I don't know what these baseball players get, and that's beside the point. Let's say it doesn't matter. You pay them millions of dollars to do their job, which they do better than most of us, because that's why we're not in there.
Yep.
You expect them to use the God-given brain that you have. It's good enough for you to be a good athlete. It should be good enough that you have common sense. Yes, I agree with you, Spence. When you said that they're out having a good time, they want to have fun. I'm positive the Orioles organization wanted them to have a good time. Just don't be stupid. Don't put yourself in reckless situations. You're not invincible. And I know you mentioned this many times, Spence. You mentioned it tonight. Everybody at some point in time in their life feels invincible, feels 6'4" bulletproof. Okay. We all have been there. I've been there. Okay. The bottom line is you have to be smart. You have to be, you have to put your career first. And a lot of times I don't think these guys do. Should the Orioles punish these guys and suspend them?
I would say they have to do something to show them that being a professional athlete is not just being professional on the field, in the stadium, and on organizational property. It's being a professional off the field with your own free time. When I was trying to play college basketball, during the Loyola Marymount season, when I was on the practice team, back then they called it something else. I wasn't going out on Friday nights and getting drunk and partying with that. I was learning the system. I was trying to be better. I'm not saying you guys as professional athletes have to suspend all your life. Just make good choices, not just for your benefit, not just for your teammates' benefit, not just for the organization's benefit, but for the world's benefit as a whole. And these guys, I'm just going to say it, young and dumb. I've been in their shoes. You're young, you're dumb, you make bad choices. Learn from them. And hopefully these guys will.
Could this happen? I'm not saying jet ski accident. I'm just saying improper use of your spare time that results in an injury and is catastrophic to the team. Could this happen under a Sean Payton-led football team?
It could. I mean, you do not know the background of your 53-man roster. You don't know what's going to happen that week off right before the Washington game. Mm-hmm. That's week 10. Are some of these guys going to go down to the Bahamas for a week and party and be crazy? You don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully wisdom will be imparted to these guys so that they make good choices. And that's where we have pushed and we have talked about the culture of this team growing, improving, enhancing, getting better. So will that happen, and will that be pressed upon all the players on this team to make the right choice?
Yeah, I sure hope so. And I know I mentioned this many, many times, but it fits perfectly in here. Years ago, when Von Miller was on the Broncos, he was asked what he was going to do in his his bye week, and he says, "I'm going to go back." I'm going to go back home and go see my mom down in Houston, but I'm not going to go see any of my quote homies and guys I used to hang out with. He said, because if I let them know when I'm going, what time I'm going to be there, I know it's not going to be beneficial to me, and it's going to take me back to where I was, and that's not where I want to be. That is using your head. That is being smart, and that is being responsible.
And that's why I had pushed for Von Miller for the Broncos. Bring him on. He might be number 53, but he will instill that wisdom on this culture and on this team to grow and develop. But
absolutely.
That's the missing element for this team right now is a seasoned veteran, no matter the position, a seasoned veteran who can impart wisdom on all levels to everybody here. I know.
Clayton Huron, you are amazing, dude. I absolutely love your comments, man. I'm serious. He goes, I'm taking weeds out in the flower bed and listen to you guys. Can't beat it, man. Thanks so much.
Hopefully you got a libation with you as you're doing
I
that.
just got one question. He's taking weeds out in the flower bed. What
Yeah.
kind of weeds?
Oh no!
Maybe,
Whoa!
maybe that's why he likes our show so much, man.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa.
What?
We're
I'm
going
just
there?
saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry about that.
I mean, you know, he wasn't specific. Clayton, love your comments, man. Really do love your comments, dude. Always. You're fantastic.
Rich
says what? Nice to see Spence game on launch. Hey, man, what do you mean Charger fan? Come on, Rich, man, what's up with that?
Rich.
The wifey says, wifey's here with next week. Oh, sorry, Clayton.
Is she cracking the whip and it's like, pull those weeds. Come on.
He goes laugh out at the bad weeds that look ugly. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rub your head. Okay, I'm rubbing my head. Damn it, I'm rubbing my head.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that signified, but Clayton likes that every time.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, because you took it the other way. That was wrong on you. That was wrong on you, dude. That was wrong on you.
Really?
What?
No, Paul.
One of my customers had a what?
We'll come back to that one.
Wait a minute, Bill. It's getting late. The nursing home must be lax. Yeah, they've given me a little extra time because they know Friday nights I have to, to be out of the room until at least 6:30. So they give me a little bit of leeway. But I appreciate your comment there, Rich. Really do. One of my customers had a big old weed in the garden. Did you like it?
Oh God.
Just asking. I don't know. I don't do it. Dude, have you ever done that? Seriously, in your past, have you ever done it?
Yes.
Spence doesn't want to come. Come on, man. We're all family here.
What you want to know something? Yeah. And
okay, let me ask you a question. For me, it paranoid the heck out of me. I'd be sitting there go, whoa, what was that? What was it? I mean, it freaked me out. For you, what does it do? Some people say it makes them hungry. It didn't. It made me paranoid. What did it do?
It made me hungry and gave me asthma.
Really? Is that why do you have asthma now?
I don't have asthma now, but I had childhood, teenage asthma. So I was on two special.
Childhood. Wait. You said it gave you asthma, and you said you had childhood. When did you smoke this stuff? When you were 5?
I don't remember. No, I had childhood asthma growing up.
Mike, you got me the perfect guy. You got me. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Back in the day, I chose that over to okay. Well, you know what? A lot of people do. I know a lot of people. And you know what? I don't know if it's legal in the state where you are, Clayton. It's legal here in California. I mean, look at San Francisco. Holy crap.
Oh, jeez.
Gee whiz. I mean, come on, man. It was legal when it wasn't legal in San Francisco, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't gonna happen. All right. Let's go on to the topics because we're getting off on
tangent.
Talk. Okay. Brought it out, dingy. What? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right. Another tie to the Broncos, so to speak. The Minnesota Vikings have extended the son of Wade Phillips, Wes Phillips, their offensive coordinator. The length of the extension wasn't revealed, but the deal will keep Phillips in Minnesota for years to come. Here's the reason why I brought him. First and foremost, it's Wade Phillips' son.
Right.
If he got an extension from a very young head coach in O'Connell in Minnesota, who he had in LA with the Rams, and they give him an extension which will keep him there for years to come, did he not only learn from his dad, but then elevated it?
I think look at how your favorite hidden team did offensively this year. I mean, with Sam Darnold, they succeeded.
No, Vikings are my favorite NFC team. Yes.
Yeah, I know. But they went 14-3, I think it was.
14-3.
14-3 with their offense and Sam Darnold. And look who they have in the wings coming in, J.J. McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
You had to keep the offense consistent because J.J. McCarthy had a year of learning, educating, getting wisdom, gaining everything. You win 14 games in the NFL, you're getting a contract extension of any sort.
But here's the thing that I just thought of. Wade Phillips, his dad, defensive coordinator.
Exactly.
Wes Phillips, offensive coordinator. How did he learn from his dad what to do on the opposite side of the field?
Easy, because you learned, okay, what are all the weaknesses my dad had? What his dad probably told him, this is where a defense is weak. This is where a defense has holes. Then you take the offensive ability and you're like, okay, if the defense has this weakness, this defense has this opening, this defense has this is how I create offensive plays. You learn from a negative to deliver a positive. So Wade Phillips probably gave him all the wisdom. It's like, we created a defense to stop this, but we had this problem. We had this fault. We had this opening. And he probably went back and it's like, okay, I'm going to take that and put the line.
So when he sees what the defense is showing, because he learned from his got it. Okay, makes perfect.
He probably learned from his dad. This is how defense is done. This is how it's set up. So what does every kid want to do to his dad? Prove him wrong. Break him down.
Yep.
Find the chink in the armor. Just come on. Where can I? And that's where the wisdom comes from.
Good point. Good point. Hey, never thought of that. That's because I saw that article and I'm like, okay, it ties in with the Broncos because of the last name and who he is.
Right.
But they're two different sides of the ball. So why would they? And then you gave a perfect answer. Thanks. See, that's why you're on the show, because you bring the intellect. What?
Don't say that. Then Anna's gonna get angry at me. Come on.
What? She's gonna get angry for what?
Everything. If I said the perfect answer, it doesn't give her anything to. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
The Latina thing.
Oh, I get it. I got it. I got it. Real quick, Paul, hit me up on my YouTube, our YouTube channel, Broncos Buzz. Put a comment in there. Give me your phone number and I'll give you a call. I'm in the same area. All right. That way maybe we can just all get together and have a big old nice time. Okay.
With a dinghy.
Yeah, but he said he's the dinghy.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the dinghy family, Paul.
I don't know if I should go down that road. Okay. I find this interesting. Okay, let me ask you a question real quick. Do you have a favorite basketball team?
Used to.
Who?
The Lakers in the 80s. Ever since the early 90s, I've hated watching professional basketball, but the Lakers of the 80s was the class organization of the entire NBA.
Who owned them in the 80s?
Jerry Buss. I know.
Hold that thought. The LA Lakers shattered records last week. What the heck? Did they win something?
Nope.
Oh, no. shattered records last Wednesday with their $10 billion
Yep.
$10 billion sale.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. This must have sent shockwaves, ripples, and earthquake through downtown LA. Here we go. The Buzz family, who Spence just mentioned, sold controlling ownership of their iconic NBA franchise to Mark Walter. Who the heck is Mark Walter? Wait for this. Walter is also the primary owner and chairman of the LA Dodgers.
Yep.
He joined the Lakers minority ownership group in 2021 and now holds majority ownership. Oh my gosh. Is this good for the Lakers? I'm not a basketball fan, but is this good for the Lakers? Bad for the Lakers? Or, and I know it's not a conflict of interest because they're two different entities, but in my opinion, it is because it's LA. They're both in LA.
Well, think about this. In Colorado, we've got the Kroenke family who owns both the
Avalanche and Nuggets. You're right. Yeah.
The Nuggets and the Quebec Nordiques.
Avalanche.
But let's look at it this way, financially. Jerry Buss bought the Lakers in 1979 for $67.5 million. The organization is being sold 45 years later for $10 billion. Nice profit margin.
Well, of course, it's nice profit.
I give credit to Jeannie Buss, who is in her mid 60s, ran the organization as well as you can. But there comes a point, it's time to retire. I've done everything I can. Get a new blood in here. You don't have to deal with LeBron James and making demands. Oh, draft my son because I'm LeBron James.
A la Deion Sanders.
A la Deion Sanders. You know what? Sports entertainment used to be just about the team inside the stadium, and now it's morphed into something bigger, more extravagant. For Jeannie Buss to get out right now, I commend her. She did an incredible job after her dad passed away, trying to maintain the organization as best as possible. And
this is my dog. This is my dog, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Lucy says hi.
Hi, Lucy.
Go ahead and speak.
You're a good girl? Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Wait.
Whoa.
Are you a good girl? You're a good girl.
Yeah, she just ran there. Okay, Luce, your on screen is done. Bye-bye.
I commend
9-month-old Yorkie. Okay.
I will say this. As an ownership, she has probably been involved with the Lakers for more than 45 years. Comes a point, enough is enough. Let someone else take the financial benefits, take the financial fallout, take the financial benefits, take everything, go live a happy life, take care of your family. You did an incredible job. 46 years involved with a prominent organization that was at the top of the food chain when it came to NBA teams. Move on. Thank you, Jeannie Buss. Thank you, Buss family, for bringing us Showtime entertainment, but always putting on a product that you strive to win championships every year. Moving on. Good
now,
for you.
Did that come to you as a shock? Because when I saw that come across my phone yesterday or the day before, one or two, I went, oh, crap. Usually when there's talk of a sale, you're going to hear a little bit of buzz, a la Bronco Buzz. You're going to hear a little bit of buzz. I didn't hear a freaking thing.
I will say this.
And you live closer to the Lakers per
right.
se.
And I've got friends. I got friends who are hardcore Laker fans, and they're like, "What? What is she doing? You know what? 45 years being an owner, being a part of the ownership group. Enough. Go enjoy retirement. Pass the baton on to someone else."
Jerry Buss, do you know?
Huh?
How old is Jerry Buss? The Buss family. or the owner?
Our Jeannie Buss is
Jeannie Buss.
65, I want to say.
So she
Born in
basically was the owner
1961.
in the 20s when she was 20?
She was working with the organization. Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen the HBO show called Showtime?
Yes.
She was part of that show.
Wow.
She was, yeah.
Wow.
In her 20s, or no, 19, she started working for the team and started coming on. So she's been involved 45 years working and working and working. And the evolution of being a sports owner has changed. You've got to wear so many more hats. And it's not just the product you put on the court or on the field. It's everything surrounding it.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which probably leads us to our next topic.
Well, I wish absolutely it does. I wish the very best for them. I guess if I follow any basketball, I follow the Nuggets just because I like Jokic and I like Stephon Murray and all that. Not Stephon Murray, Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Got the wrong team. So I mean, I do know some players. I mean, the main ones, but I couldn't name your roster. But anyway, that's for a whole nother show. Here we go. As mentioned last Friday's show, the Broncos purchased land at Burnham Yard. The Denver Post reported last Monday that it's confirmed from the Denver Water Company documents showing the utilities meetings with Broncos executives and city officials. The discussions involved Denver Water's 36-acre campus, which is across the potential stadium site. What does that mean? Can they literally take over a water company's land? I mean, you got to have a water company in freaking Denver. How is that possible?
So what's interesting about this story is that now the Colorado governor is getting involved in this, and it's just like
the governor is getting involved in a city situation.
Yes.
Why?
Come
I mean,
on.
that would be like communist. What's that? I almost said Duke Majan. Communist Gavin Newsom. Yes, communist. We're in California.
You mean Newscomb?
Yeah, that one. Getting involved in something to do with the San Diego Padres. And then what? Why would a governor be involved in what a mayor should be doing or not doing? Why? What? What's the point? What's the reason?
Attention. He wants to be the man who makes the deal. He wants to be the man who gets credit for bringing Denver Broncos to a new land and keeping them in Colorado. He wants all the credit.
That's the ownership of the Broncos. That's the Walton ownership group.
The governor wants to take credit for keeping the Broncos in Colorado, which was going to happen the entire time. But
isn't Burnham Yards in Colorado, in Denver?
Yes.
Then I'm confused. I don't get this.
No, it's simple. It's politicians who want to be attention whores. They want to get the credit for making this happen. This was a simple land transaction, but now the governor is like, oh, I have to be involved in this negotiation. I have to make sure this transaction meets all the I's and T's, and
whenever politics gets involved in anything that is civil, they're two different entities. They're two different things. Politics is politics. Civil is civil. Criminal is criminal. You don't go to criminal court for a civil case. You don't bring in politics into things that are not political. Okay, let me ask you this. On the flip side, I just thought of this. Could this potentially nix the entire deal?
It could not nix it. It could make it a lot more extensive, because the governor wants his machismo, wants something in his back pocket to sign off on this. It's just it's politicians, left, right, Republican, Democrat, independent, whatever. Once a politician gets involved, it's all about their point of view, their perspective, their glorification, and not a simple business transaction. And that's what this is. The Walton family wants to buy land. The city wants to sell land. Great, make it happen. The governor is
if anything, that would involve the mayor, not the governor.
Exactly. It's someone's overstepping his authority and trying to get the glory and the solution and make it look good. Oh, I took care of this, so I should get all the votes and post and raise money, and it just.
Alex Smith, thank you so much, Alex, for chiming in. Really do appreciate your comment. He said they need to knock down in Powerfield, build a new. Let's not let this media heads who cover but are not fans of the team dictate what we do with our team. I 100,000% agree on one point. Your last point. Don't let the media get involved. First part, knocking down in Powerfield. Where in heaven's they going to play? If they don't have another structure in place, where are they going to play? Dove Valley? That's not going to happen. Heaven forbid they play another, stadium that's. I get what you're saying, but like they did with the Powerfield, they kept Mile High up as they were building in Powerfield back then, Invesco Field back then, whatever it was called, right there in a parking lot, and then built that stadium. Then they knocked down Mile High. I can't see them just imploding Mile High and then saying, okay, where are we going to play? That's not going to happen.
No, and the Walton family, as I've discussed, sports entertainment now is a huge business. So the Walton family want to own the land where the stadium is. They want to develop the hotels around it. They want to develop the restaurants, the entertainment, the bowling alleys, the golf course. They want to own and control all that. If they implode in Powerfield and build another stadium, who controls all that? The city. It's not beneficial to
you're talking about the same land, same area. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So it's not beneficial to the Walton family for their long-term financial and business interests.
Sure, absolutely. All right, we are approaching the 1.5 hour show. We normally try and wrap up the last topic at that 1.5 hour mark. We're right there, guys. Here is the last topic for the first day of summer. Here it is. The NFL has released the schedule for joint practices, which involves 29 of the 32 teams. I'm not naming all of them because I could care less. I'm just naming the Broncos. Here we go. August 7th is the Broncos at San Francisco and Santa Clara. August 7th. On the 14th, the Cardinals will be in Inglewood against the Broncos. What stadium is in Inglewood? Or what field is in Inglewood? Would that be Dove Valley?
It's SoFi Stadium here in California.
No. They said that the Cardinals will be at Inglewood. Oh, it might be Inglewood. I thought it said Inglewood, Colorado, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it is in California. Maybe it is. Wow, I never thought of that. I just assumed it was Colorado.
Could have had a V8.
Going back to that comment about the weed being stupid. Anyways,
you might need to join Clayton in pulling some weeds.
No, but it was spelled Engle.
Okay, then it is
Colorado.
But
then where would that be?
Isn't that where the stadium
Because
is?
I don't know where a ball field would be.
Isn't that the stadium?
Is it Ingle? Well, then why wouldn't they say in Powerfield? Or why wouldn't they say Dove Valley? That's just it was Englewood. Inglewood. Or Englewood, however you say it. Engle.
In Powerfield at Mile High, Denver, Colorado. You know what? Who knows? That's on the 16th.
Says 14th here.
I'm looking at the 16th. 7:30 p.m.
Practice or game?
A game. So it
No,
could be.
This is practice. This is all joint practice.
Oh, so then
So
it's
practice would be the 14th.
So it's got to be some facility that's in there in Inglewood.
Okay. I just curious because I figured they would say Mile High, or they would say or they would say Dove Valley. You know, that's what I thought. So okay, I don't know. I don't know where it would be, but I know it's in Inglewood, Colorado, somewhere, because the game is going to be, like you said, on the 17th. So, anyways, guys, I hope you really, really did enjoy the show. Had a fun time. We're at the 1 hour 31 minute mark right now. And thank you guys, each and every one of you, for being in the chat, your comments, your for putting up with these two crazy guys going off the rails every now and then. No, more like every show. But
Every show.
You know, having a fun time. Welcome back, Spence. Glad you had a safe trip. Glad that you really enjoyed Father's Day with your dad. Your son got to not only enjoy it with you being, his father, but he also got to see you interact with your dad, which I think was pretty cool. So that's really cool. One more shout out to the place where you were last Friday. So go ahead and give one final shout out to them, please.
Actually, yep, it was Shelter Distilling in Montrose, Colorado. Wonderful establishment. They distill all sorts of things, not just beer, but gin, vodka, tequila, rum, gin. I said coffee, liqueurs, plenty of stuff. Oh, scotch and whiskey. And learning a lot from Jason, who is their master brewer, master distiller. And thank you, Sierra, and thank you, Laura, for all of your hospitality. If you guys are in Montrose, don't do anything else. Go visit them, have a great meal in a great atmosphere.
Tell them about the food, because what you described was amazing.
The fish, the tacos, their Taco Tuesday, fish tacos, carne asada tacos, Philly cheesesteak tacos, amazing, worth the great value. You get there, their happy hours from 2 to 5. The beers, got to do the Twilight or the Mexican Lager, two of my favorite beers. Just enjoyed it, a great atmosphere. Looking forward to coming back to Colorado and going back and visiting them again. They said anytime I wanted to broadcast the show there, and anytime you wanted to come and join Bill, they'd be happy to have us there.
Nice. So, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for your hospitality. Thanks for your generosity. And thanks for allowing us to not only promote your business, but for you to promote us by having us in there. Thank you so much.
And I'll say this, anybody in the chat, if you have a pub, a distillery, or a sports bar you want us to go to, you want us to broadcast from there, count me in, even in Vegas. Yes, Rudy, I will go to Vegas and broadcast the show from there.
Well, here's the other thing. By broadcasting remotely like that, we promote their establishment as well as they promote our show. So it's a win-win, guys. So yeah, please let us know. Drop it in the chats below after the show. We will definitely. I read them. I know Spence has access now to be able to read them, so he can read them, and then we'll comment. And you guys are more than part of the show. You are the backbone of the show, and both Spence and I mean that sincerely. You are the backbone, or this show would not be what it is. Spence, take us out with the guys in the chat.
Yep. Jack, I know you're on another show right now. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Rudy, thank you so much for your comments and being part of the show. Biggie, Bronco, what's up? Oh, you can say what's up to Spence too, Biggie. All right. Darren, drinking beers and talking Broncos doesn't get much better. Absolutely. I appreciate it. Paul Schaefer, thank you so much. Glad you're part of the show. Tell us more about the weeds, you know, get into more details about that later on. My honey, Anna Smith, Barry Sanders genetics, and too much bacon. What does the sign say? Okay. Not too much
Never
bacon.
too much bacon.
Chewy, thank you so much for being part of the show. Great to hear you. Love your coming. Raider Shield family, thank you so much for jumping in, being part of the show. As soon as we're all done here, I'll jump over to you guys, share a beer or 2 or 20. Probably need it with the kids all arguing and fighting on the other side of this wall. Clayton, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Happy belated Father's Day as well. We appreciate your support, and I believe – oh, Alex Smith, sorry about that. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We appreciate your comments. Make sure you guys all hit that thumbs up button. That helps us make this show a lot better for you guys. Richie Rich, appreciate everything. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting along with the Chargers fan. My son too, but Bill's alter ego. Yes, we know about all that. And going once, going twice, I believe. Oh, JC Waver. Sorry we didn't get you in there. There's your show. Have a great weekend, guys. Yep. JC, thank you so much for popping in late. We appreciate it. Bill, take us out for the weekend.
Guys, thank you so very much for being part of the show as always. We are back live again next Friday, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Until then, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the first weekend of summer. We are Broncos Buzz. Till next Friday, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tempo's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the flame out.